Hello YouTube, and before I say welcome back to my channel, you must be wondering, where did I go? Unfortunately, I had some change in personal circumstances and had to take a break for a couple of months. However, I'm now back and the videos will start to flow, and I would like to pay special thanks to my dedicated followers who have remained loyal to me. They have remained subscribed to my channel and are now being treated as a result with the brand new Google Pixel 6 Pro. This is only the second day in the UK for the official release of the Pixel 6 series. Now we have the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro, but I was more inclined to buy the 6 Pro, and I will tell you later in the video why is that the case. Okay, so as you can see, the box is quite small, very compact, and the reason being because this box has got no phone charger inside, no charging brick. In other words, a very compact box. And by the way, this is the white color that I ordered. As you look at the back of the box, it says there it is the cloudy white, they call it officially, the Google Pixel 6 Pro. This is the 128 gig version along with 12 gigs of RAM, and that's why I went for the 6 Pro and not the 6. However, if you even go for 6, it wouldn't be a problem for majority of people out there. And with the brand new custom built Tensor chipset by Google, I was a bit more keen and inclined towards having more RAM, because that chipset, even though it's very powerful, it will give you top-notch performance, but it is not the benchmarking leader. So if you like me, you like your specs, you like the maximum RAM, then you should go for the 6 Pro. So without wasting any more time, let's quickly get started. The box is pretty easy to open. You don't even need a cutter, so all you have to do is pull these tabs at the back, get them off the box. There we go, boom, and the box gets opened up straight away. Let's open the box up. There we go, people, boom, and then comes the Google Pixel 6 Pro. And wow, the moment you hold it, you can tell it's a premium product, unlike the Pixel 5 and the previous Pixels, which are mostly based on this cheap plastic, whereas this is Gorilla Glass at the back, also at the front, and it's got this nice band here, the black band I call it, or it gives me the impression of that Marvel film, the Cyclops, the chap Cyclops. He wears those glasses, and it gives that kind of impression. The design methodology is different and unique, and you can tell this from far away. This is the Google Pixel 6 phone. So let's unwrap this from the front. There we go, and we have a Gorilla Glass 6, or I think Victus at the front if I remember correctly, and also Gorilla Glass Victus at the back as well. So putting the Pixel away for a second, and let's have a look and see what else do we get inside the box. So we get this Type C to Type C USB cable, no charging brick, but most charging bricks these days are coming with the Type C adapter on both ends, so you should be able to hook this up to an existing home charger. What else do we have in here then? We also have an adapter. You can see the regular USB to your Type C USB. Let's open this up. This is the small little Google booklet, quite cute, looking quite nice. So let's open this up. Here we go. And we have these small little booklets, warranty booklets, and at the back we have the SIM adapter tool right at the back of it, and that's pretty much it. So this is the Pixel 6 Pro in its full glory, and I'll tell you what, it looks absolutely stunning. The white body at the back, the black band here holding all the cameras along with the dual tone LED flash. Now looking at the bottom here, we've got the Type C USB charging port here, along with these speakers. I think one of them or maybe both of those speakers, we will test it out in a minute and we'll find it out. But this phone has got the typical dual stereo speaker setup. You got the bottom bits here, like I said, acting as speakers, and then you got the earpiece on top here acting as the second speaker. It looks quite nice, to be honest. I love the curved screen. Then the moment you hold it in your hand, like I said to you earlier, you can feel that this is a quality product. But the one thing obviously I don't prefer, personally speaking, is the width of the phone. I believe, if I remember correctly, the width is just over 75 millimeters. I'm talking about this width, not this width, which often YouTubers talk about. Is this width which matters the most, because when you hold the phone in with one hand, it can be a bit wide and difficult to hold, and that's why you need two hands. But I overlooked it because it's the Pixel, it's a special phone, so I thought let's overlook that for now and let's get the phone and see how the phone is like. Now looking at the right hand side, all flushed apart from this bit here, this is the SIM tray, this is where the SIM goes, and this is, by the way, a 5G phone as well. And those of you who are not aware, you got the antenna bands here on the left hand side. Now going up across here, this is where you have your mic up top and along all flushed. By the way, as you can see, I've just picked up something. The sides of the phone are all chroming, whereas the top bit has got this white band, which looks a bit odd. Ideally, I would have liked Google to have this all metal frame all the way across, but for some reason they have done this. I'm not too sure. Obviously, the designer might know about this, but for some reason this is what it is. It looks a bit different, a bit odd in my opinion, but then it's a matter of personal preference. Okay, so going along the right hand side, this is where your power button is, along with your volume rockers, and they got nice tactile feedback to it as well. There you go, very classy quality product. Okay, so not looking too bad. And then you got here the antenna band as well. So looking at the back of the phone, this is where your camera is, along with this black band. The whole camera setup is quite protruding, as you can see. It's quite thick, not to show in millimeters, but a good few millimeters from what I can see so far, and it's very, very thick. So if you place it on the table like that, there we go, it won't wobble the phone like in most cameras, because cameras are normally on one side. But here Google has been a bit cheeky and clever. What they've done is they've got the whole bit here, so the phone will not wobble on the table, which is quite nice. At the same time, if you're having a breakfast tea, the phone will be slightly inclined, so you should be able to type on the phone whilst you use the phone. However, the camera, from my understanding, all this bit is prone to scratches, and before you know, this will all get scratched very, very quickly. So I would recommend getting a case. I bought a few cases. If I get time, I will make a quick video on that as well, and show you how to better protect these cameras at the back of the phone, along with the dual tone LED flash. Now the phone has got 3 cameras on it. The 50 megapixel camera with an f1.9 aperture. Then you've got the other module as the 48 megapixel telephoto lens. That lens also has got the auto focusing ability, along with 4x optical zoom. And then you have the third camera as the 12 megapixel camera. That's the ultra wide camera with an f2.2 aperture. So overall, good, healthy, strong specs. It's the sensor. The size of the sensor is quite big, the main sensor, meaning that should bring more light. We don't have to get into too many technical bits here, because most of my audience, they just want to see if the camera is any good. And for that reason, I will, like always in my typical style, go out and about, shoot some videos on 1080p, 4K, 30 FPS, 60 FPS, and I will show you how the video comes out. Let's turn the phone on and see what comes up. The phone is quite chunky, quite heavy. I can feel the heft of the phone in my hands already, but it's a brand new phone, the excitement. But I can only tell you, once I've spent some time with the phone for the next couple of weeks, that how heavy it is and how good is the one-hand usage of this phone. But I can give you my first impression so far. You will definitely require 2 hands. It won't be a one-handed phone like your Xperia 5 Mark II or the Asus Zenfone 8. So it's over 200 grams in weight. I can't remember the exact weight. I think around 210, 215 grams, something like that. But I can feel it in my hands already. It's quite heavy. It's got a 6.7 inches of massive screen. It's an LTPO AMOLED screen. It's got all the latest refresh rate. It can go all the way up to 120 Hz in refresh rate, so which is quite nice. Again, state-of-the-art curved screen, so should be pretty good. The phone is running Android 12. Now most people who have used the Pixel have been the YouTubers, and they've been reporting, along with some other social media influencers, some bugs in the phone, whereas they were unable to interact with the phone at times. The camera was switching off. There have been some issues with the screen, and also a few issues with the overall software of the phone. Now I believe as soon as I turn the Wi-Fi on in this phone, that OTA update that we all know of has already landed on the 6 and the 6 Pro. So I'm going to go through the setup very, very quickly, hook this up to my Wi-Fi, and then come back to you guys and see if we have that OTA update, and then we'll go through some basic stuff and see how the Pixel 6 Pro is like. So here we go. I'm now on the main home screen. I have hooked the phone to my Wi-Fi, like I said. So let's get into settings and let's have a look and see which version of Android this phone is running. So getting into settings and then into about phone. Here we go. We're running the Android version 12, which is the very latest offered by Android. As you can see, guys, this is the way it hooks up. nice dynamic clock, and that's what it shows. And it's got the 5th of October, the very latest 2021 security patch level update, and also the 1st of September Google system update. So going back into the main menu, and let's have a look at system updates, see if you got any update available. Tap onto system and system update, and there we go. This update fixes the critical bugs and improves the performance and stability of your device. And it's about just over 73 meg in size, and as we speak it is already downloading live on the camera. What I'll do is, once I've finished installing this update, I will use the phone for a few days and then come back to you and let you guys know that if the phone is still suffering from those bugs. What I would advise is to please stay tuned to my social media. Links are down below. I will give you regular updates on Twitter, Instagram, and also on Facebook, so please do stay tuned. Like I said, links are down below under the video, and I'll give you regular updates as to how the phone is behaving, and specifically about the battery life. Now, MKBHD has said the phone hasn't got a good battery, whereas some other YouTubers are saying the battery is decent, and some are reporting the battery being just enough for a day. And this is where Jay the Android Freak comes in, and I will give you a real lifetime stats along with the screen on time, the usage patterns, and everything else, like you know guys, in my typical style, and I'll give you the real world verdict of how the battery life is on the Google Pixel 6 Pro. Those of you who are not aware, the Pixel 6 Pro has the bigger battery as opposed to the 6. It comes with a huge, massive 5003 milliampere battery, which is quite big for a 6.7 inch screen, and that should easily and comfortably, in my opinion, last us a day, unless there are bugs or issues with the battery or with the actual operating systems. In that case, I will let you know, but I do believe the phone with such a big huge battery should last us for a full day. Please do stay tuned. There will be a dedicated battery video which I will post on my channel in the next few days. I'll give you the early verdict, and then I will use it for a few more weeks, and I'll give you my detailed version. So whilst this update is being installed, let's get the setting widget out on the main screen so we can go there every time and have a look and see on other things. So settings, let's go into the storage bit now. This is, by the way guys, brand new Android 12, and I'm just trying live in front of the camera, seeing all the options just like as you are right now, opening the phone for the very first time. And I haven't watched much videos, to be honest, when it comes to unboxing. I like to do my own unboxings. Okay, so here you go. You have a total of 128 gigs of storage. Like I said earlier in the video, 15 gig is used already with pre-installed apps. I have installed nothing so far on the phone, and these are all the system default apps along with the operating system, taking 15 gigs out of the 128 gigs. So you can tell that Android 12 is quite heavy and it loves memory, but hopefully the tensor chip inside this phone and the extra RAM that we have, totaling 12 gig, should keep this phone up and running for the next few years. Google has promised us 3 years of major updates and 5 years in total of security updates, so that should be a good move. And if you invest in this phone, hopefully it will last you for the next few years. Okay, so now let's test the speakers out, and let's have a look and see before we finish the video off and see how the speakers are like. Whole library of sounds in here. So we got the reality bites, we got the classical harmonies, my sounds. Obviously there'll be nothing here. That'll be for you to customize your own sound, play it loud. Let's go in here. I tell you what, for some reason I can't hear sound from the top speaker for some reason. Not too sure guys, but obviously I will check this out, why the front earpiece is not acting as the second speaker, and I could be wrong. The phone might not have the dual stereo setup from my understanding, but from my understanding, when I watched the live event and everything else, I've been checking the specs every now and then. From my understanding, we have the stereo speaker set up in this phone, but for some reason the top speaker, the earpiece, is not producing any sound. Like I said, once I spend some time with the phone, maybe there's something inside the phone, the settings, which I will have a quick look and see if we have to enable that specific feature, which shouldn't be the case though. So guys, this is a quick unboxing and my first impressions of the Google Pixel 6 Pro. Big chunky phone, does look elegant, nicely built, screen is quite nice, looks very speedy. I'm installing that first OTA update, and I will give you some more info on the update and the performance and in general the bug situation with the phone on my social media, and if possible on my channel as well at some point. But a battery video is confirmed, it will come. I know those of you who follow me, you've been waiting for the battery life video on Zenfone 8 and also the ZTE phone, which I unboxed a couple of months ago. I do apologize guys, like I said, due to personal circumstances I couldn't make it on the channel for the last 2 months, but I promise you those videos will eventually come. It's right now about the Pixel 6, but once I'm finished with the unboxing and this video goes live on the channel, soon after I'm planning to also give you the battery life videos on the Zenfone 8 and also the ZTE phone, which I unboxed a couple of months ago. Guys, that's it from me. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. Any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section, and like always, please subscribe and stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video.